Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel again, or you can call me Rocket. Here on my second episode to talk about Resident Evil 6, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and Mass Effect 3. Maybe a little bit of DLC, I'm not too sure. There's still a lot to talk about DLC, and we may save that for another episode because I think there's too much to talk about on that. So anyway, I'm going to start off with Mass Effect 3. The game has yet to come out, and I think that for those of you who are undecided, go ahead and check out the demo, and you can go ahead and decide for yourself and see what.
Hey. Pew pew, bitch. Or we can do DLC this episode. Just saying. So, Daniel has invited me out to discuss DLC. So apparently, you have to excuse me in my attire. I was changing the oil in my car. So actually, obviously, I'm trolling. Troll hard, troll for the keeps. People like me don't change oil in our cars. We pay other people to do it for us. So now you understand where I'm coming from. That's also trolling. I'm just kidding. I'm homeless right now, so just to kind of let you guys know. You can be like, hey, before you call that asshole an asshole, maybe you should try and understand me a little bit better. Anyways, enough of the troll-a-lol. My name is David. My gamer tags are Nubasaurus Rex. So as far as the different things that I do play, what I don't play or partake in is DLC. Garbage, trash. Not getting any more money than what I already paid you for. DLC is pointless, and the reason that it's happening is because of you. You sick MFers are out there supporting that habit. If nobody buys DLC, then they're not going to keep charging for it. They'll stop making the trash, so that's what needs to happen. I was like, but let's get back to something more important, me.
Yeah, this is me. Don't hate. You know, on second thought, fuck it. Go on and bring that hate. Not like you bitches can do anything about it.
And that's okay, because I came prepared. And if you ladies out there comment enough, someday maybe I'll stand up for you. Come on, let's get the likes. Let's get those votes up. But on a more serious note, DLC. Just as an example, I'm on PlayStation Home, and basically I'm playing the blackjack or the casino level, and I realized they like, hey, free chips, and I'm like, free chips? Who doesn't want free chips? I'll play with free chips all day long. So going through, hit the blackjack tables, and I get raped. They school me. I think that shit was rigged, but anyways, it was fun, so I enjoyed it. So I realized I'm out of chips. Let me go get some more chips. So I go to the cashier, and it's like, buy chips. They want downloadable content to spend real money to buy fake money, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So to actually buy chips, I had to sit there and spend real money, and I wasn't going to do it at first because I don't partake in downloadable content, but I decided, you know what, I'm in the mood for playing blackjack. I'll consider it worth the money well spent. So I bought these chips, and then I realized I felt horrible right after, like immediate buyer's remorse. It was like having sex with the ugly chick in a class, and like trying to keep it a secret. Nobody can know about that, and here I am telling you about how I've downloaded DLC, downloadable content, and it's a pretty awful feeling. So just wanted to let you guys know that. But I really do disagree with downloadable content. I feel that it is a scheme that has been devised by these game video creators or makers, and it's just a way to squeeze more money out of you. We could take the releases of the same game multiple times. So for example, you have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, epic game, great game, and then you have this garbage Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that comes out, and that's a whole different conversation right there. But anyways, that comes out, and people there, they buy it. They're all waiting and anticipating it, and they spend their money. And then Capcom releases an Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3 version 2 or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, wait a minute, didn't you guys already release that game? And they're like, oh, well, there's actual new characters. You can spend $10 and get a new playable character. Fuck that. They already raped you $60, they'll rape you another $60, they're gonna rape you $10 on top of that? I don't play. Guess how many of those games I own? None, motherfuckers. None. They have Game of the Year editions that come out with the expansions included. That's the game I'll buy. I'll spend my money for that. I was like, what I'm not going to do is spend $70 or $80 for a collector edition and then spend another $20 for downloadable content and then spend another $20 for an expansion and then buy all these maps and all this extra shit. Maybe I'm just not that hardcore of a gamer. But then again, maybe I just don't like getting raped.
So what can you tell me about people who like DLC?
So here's what I have to say about those people who like DLC. You just ruin it for the rest of your fellow gamers. It's not affecting me. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are out there. You're spending your money or you're spending your mommy's money to to download stuff because you think it's worth it. It's not worth it. I was like, the only reason they're charging for that is because you keep buying it and they're gonna keep doing it. And people feel this need that they want to have everything that they need to have, and it's bullshit. Like, you know, just stop taking it. So just for one year, just don't buy any downloadable content. If everybody did that, you would see things change. I guarantee you. Like, that's the whole movement. But you people, you sick MFers. You're letting them rape you. You're letting them rape you from day one. They've been raping you ever since, and I decided I wasn't going to get raped anymore, so now I'm the one raping. I'm out there owning noobs, owning the night, changing feeble lives. I guess I can kind of understand some downloadable content, but we're talking more like buying currency in games, like MMO games, because I've been guilty of that.
And what about, most of us old school gamers, about what it was like money-wise for us back then?
For most of us, we've been gaming since we were kids, literally. Asking for video games that, I don't know if you remember, like Super NES games, brand new, were running, $80 a pop? And it's like, that was when inflation wasn't nearly as bad, and now you're paying $60 for a game. So they've been making money, a lot of money. And games aren't something that I really believe, unless you're PC, that aren't pirated a whole lot.
So how do you think people should feel about how DLC has become?
People should be outraged, and the thing is, people are pissed off. It's all out there on the internet. People, posting their 2 cents, but what people aren't doing is not fucking paying for it. It's like complaining about it and then being like, well, I guess I don't have any other option. If I want it, I'm gonna have to pay for it. So then you go and download it and they got your money, and it just doesn't make sense. If it pisses you off, then don't download it. Don't buy it. Just stop. Like me, like I can buy every downloadable game that they have. Sure. If it's something I want, okay.
No matter the DLC?
My thing is, if it's a reasonable price, I'll pay for it. If it's not reasonable, fuck them.
But
these extra missions and shit that you can download, these extra packs and add-ons, that's just them making more money off of a game that you've already paid full price for. If they want to make extra missions and make extra stuff that affects storylines, great. Don't fucking charge for it, because people already bought that shit. They already paid for the game. Why? It's like, if you're gonna make a new fucking game, then just make a new fucking game, and then they'll buy the full thing. But to add on to a game that's already finished, quote unquote finished, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually factored in when they're making a game. They create it and they go, you know what? Let's set this aside for DLC. It's basically what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised if that's going on, because they're gonna rape you for more money. But if you got the money to rape, or if it's not your money that's getting raped, I guess you wouldn't care anyway. So why are you watching this? Turn it off, MFer.
now, what's your take on Mass Effect 3's Day 1 DLC?
About Mass Effect 3 and its DLC, I think that the Day 1 DLC is a nice incentive for those who already anticipated or already planned on buying the game brand new. When it first came out, they reserved their copy or whatnot. Day 1 DLC for everyone else, it rapes them because they missed out on that opportunity to have that downloadable content for free. And my thing is this: if a company is offering something for free as an incentive for you to buy it earlier, why not just have it free altogether? And this is where the true form of these these gaming companies comes out, because they're like, you know what, we want you to spend $60, buy it brand new, and then that way we give you a little incentive, you get free shit. But if you go and buy it from GameStop, or if you borrow the game or whatnot, then you don't get downloadable content. So it's like, fuck you, you're giving us money one way or another. And I look at it as like, it doesn't make sense, because Best Buy and all the other electronic stores, they pre-order all of those games anyway. So you have your pre-ordered ones, and they are going to order whatever X amount that they have based on the market and what they think they're going to sell. So the gaming company already made all that money. They already got paid. They already got paid for the games that were shipped across the United States, and then they're trying to charge you for DLC on top of that. But they already got their money whether you buy the game from them or not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't, it's fucking nuts, but whatever. Alright, so day one DLC, sure, if you already bought the game, great. If you didn't buy the game and get it for free, I wouldn't pay for it, just me personally. So, Mass Effect 3, $800 worth of DLC, is that right? I'm looking for approval. Hey, it's $800, right? The DLC shit! Wake up, MFer. Alright, so 800, I guess. That is insane. That is nuts. There's some asshole out there who's on disability who's like, Social Security, I get $1,200 a month. So the month of March, Mass Effect 3, I'm going to buy all fucking 800. Great. Or if, they just have the money to blow, sure. But that is crazy. That is a lot of downloadable content. That is insane. I mean, video games are $60 and you're charging fucking like 1,000% on top of that. Like, it is crazy. But I guess if people want it, I mean, they're obviously creating it because there's a market there that assholes are feeding into.
Well, what do you think about the consoles, for example, and how they try to charge for extra stuff off of them?
But for consoles like PS3, for example, or the law box, it's not going to happen. Xbox Live I have a huge issue with because they charge for their gold membership, which is fine. If people want to play certain games or have certain features, they have the option to buy or not buy. What I have a problem with is that Xbox, for example, charges you have to have a gold membership in order to get, in order to use YouTube.
See, look at this shit. Trying to charge me to use something that's free already. Fuck you, Xbox.
It makes no sense. I don't understand how you're going to charge as membership to use something that's already free. It's the same thing with Netflix. I have a Netflix account I can access on my computer, I can access on my PS3, but when I go to my law box, which is trash, and if I try and watch Netflix on that, then it's like, hey, you must be a gold member. Wait, so you're telling me I have to subscribe to Xbox Live to watch something that I'm already paying for, and my internet, I'm already subscribed and paying for my interwebs access, and now you're going to tell me that I have to pay monthly for that bullshit? Not going to happen, Xbox. Xbox has been raping everybody. Y'all Xbox owners out there, you feeble-minded, sick MFers, you got to remember, when the Xbox One came out, here's how downloadable content went from hardware to software. You couldn't watch a DVD on the regular Xbox without buying the little DVD remote control. You couldn't even use the game controller to watch a fucking movie.
And I also feel like I have to bring up the accessories that are being sold on each system. For example, the Wii, the Xbox 360, and also the PS3. Like, how do you feel about all those accessories that are being sold that a lot of people feel that they don't even need?
Garbage. It's garb. All of you are out there eating it up. It's not gonna happen. I'm just, the chargeable battery packs and all the accessories for the Xbox is just raping y'all. And it took me a really long time to break down and buy an Xbox 360. I'm sorry, a Lawbox 360. And I finally got one, and it's the most expensive paperweight I've ever purchased. I mean, it is what it is. Right now I'm using it to try box on 11, but that's a whole different story. So downloadable content, give me some examples. Hey, give me some examples, MFer. What are some downloadable contents that people have issues with?
I would have to say that it's developers milking the fighting games that's causing the most uproar. So let's talk about it, yeah?
So let's talk about milking, They grab those little teats on your dollar bills and they just fucking, pull out them a little. You're like, you squeeze out more? Squeeze a little more? We don't want to hurt it, just squeeze a little more. All right, cool. That's what's going on milking. Let's talk about fighting games and how they milk the shit out of these games. It's like, my God, how many times can you re-release the same fucking game in the same platform? Hey, did we take Moon Graphics out? Nah, keep it in. Well, what are we changing? The name of it? Don't worry, they won't fucking notice. Wow, you cannot be serious. Hey, you want some new characters? Cool. Although I do like Capcom's trolling on the X-Men thing. That is, or not X-Men, on the fucking Mega Man. Epic. That is great. Seeing everyone foaming at the mouth. Give us a fucking Mega Man. And they're like, well, here's a costume you can wear. Get raped. I don't understand. That is legit. I thought I was a troll. Capcom is trolling harder than anybody right now on the scene. And I love it because from one troll to another, I get it. I understand it. It's like people start getting out of line. They start demanding things. They start acting like they're the boss. They're the CEO of the company. And it's like, you know what? They're like, they're checking y'all. They're putting you back in your place. But anyways, let's go back to this milking. So
Now, I think we've said enough about milking to cause a few more fires. But what about the Street Fighter Cross Tekken's bad box art Mega Man that was revealed back in January?
yes, a great example, as Daniel mentions, the box art, the original, what was it, 1980 something, right? Mega Man from the 80s. It's fucking great. And so it's like they gave you what you wanted, and some people are like, oh, cool, that's kind of neat. They got some nostalgic, effect to it, but I know it pissed off a lot of people. That's great. That's classic. I'm all for the massive trolling of people, individuals in general, because I'll tell you, if you know me personally, I troll, and I troll for the keeps, and I'm doing it IRL and in game every day. I'm like, I've been trolling since the day I was born, and I'll continue to troll. And those of you that are like, haters are gonna hate and waiters are gonna wait. I mean, it's pretty true. So it goes with the territory. All y'all are haters. Every last one of you hate something in some way, shape, or form. Nobody embraces, insults ever.
What about the type of DLC items that aren't main game essential? Like weapons, costumes, right?
Right. It reminds me of for those types of items. It reminds me of PlayStation Home, because with PS Home, when it first came out, and you got to remember, like, I had a PS3 when it came out originally. I had a 60 gig, and PS Home was very different from what it is now. At the time, everything on PlayStation Home, for the most part, was free. You could buy one other building to live in, and you could buy like little, clothing articles, stuff from Diesel and a couple other companies. So it was kind of cool because you're like, hey, I can dress up my character, and it's a glorified Sims. It's basically a chat room, because you see the same stupid assholes that were in chat rooms back in like the late 1990s. They're doing the same stupid shit. It's just now, while you're listening to all this babbling garbage, you can actually play games and do other stuff and get achievements. Pretty cool. But the downloadable content is fucking ridiculous now, because it's like they're charging for everything. They're charging, hey, want an origami like decoration for your home? Fuck it, 99 cents. Like, and that's cool because it's $1. But when you start adding all of that up, you realize you just spent all this money on fake shit for your fake character that you might play on, and then your PS3 someone's gonna kick your fucking front door, and they're gonna take that PS3, and then you have to go re-download it all and spend another $300 unless you got insurance and you might be smart. Great, but there's still the inconvenience, and I'm speaking from experience because that happened to me. My shit got stolen, and all I could do was laugh about it because I had new shit like a week later. But you gotta be prepared for that. So I think that $800 worth of downloadable content is cool because you can customize your character in Mass Effect or whatever, but it's ridiculous.
Well, since we're discussing Mass Effect 3, before it comes out, what do you think about it pre-release?
Alright, so Mass Effect 3, pre the release, I think it's going to be a great game from what I've seen and what I've read, but me personally, I won't be downloading all the extra crap. I mean, if there's something that I feel is justified, and it's more so what you're getting for the price, then sure, I'm all for it. But for the most that I can see as far as downloadable content, it's just a waste of money. So I can understand why people are pissed off about it, and I can see why those who don't either care about the money or can justify it for themselves. All right, but I think that if everybody just did not pay for DLC for a year, just 1 year, 1 year of your feeble life, I mean, it's 365 feeble days. Just not spending any of that feeble bank account on these feeble DLCs, and I think you can get shit accomplished.
But do you think that'll actually happen?
No. You know why it won't happen, Daniel? Because there is a synapses in the brain are not firing correctly in these people's minds. I mean, it's like the sparks like, and it's not connecting. Stop paying for this shit. Stop fucking paying for DLC, and they'll stop fucking charging for it. They'll stop making it. I don't care either way, because honestly, I mean, I'm a gamer, but I'm nowhere near. I mean, my gamer points on my Lawbox 360 is like 300 gamer points.
How long have you had that?
I've had it for a while. It's never red ringed because it never gets turned on. Actually, you know what? It's never green ringed because the shit doesn't get used. I bought it because it's slick black, and that slick black law box next to that slick black PS Trizzle, Chad Daddy, that's why I bought it, was to have it. And it's like, people are like, oh man, my Xbox fucked up. And I'm like, well, I'd lend you mine, but I mean, no. Because there would be a gaping hole, like a goatsy, in my entertainment center. Not gonna happen. No, it's staying right where it's at. If I need stuff, I put plates on top of it, you know, if I want to warm up my breakfast or whatever, but that's about it. It's a glorified toaster.
But you also have to think about exceptional DLC, like Resident Evil 5's. That comes out, much later after the game is finished.
Alright, so Resident Evil 5 with exceptional DLC that comes after the game's already finished, already completed, and now you can download more chapters after the fact. So the game's done. Oh, here, we added more shit. No, it's... Why was that not included with the game when it first came out? And if you were going to add more shit, why don't you just make Resident Evil 10? Let's just get it over with. Let's just box it all up. Come on.
The DLC chapters in Resident Evil 5 were spoilers to the main game story.
Resident Evil, exceptional DLC, okay. And again, it all comes down to the choice. The people, if you want it, buy it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. I think that after a certain amount of time, it should probably just be free. Or extremely discounted, because...
Which eventually they do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. They should. In fact, they should make it all free. One of the things I can say that's a game changer that revolutionized the opposite direction of DLC was Little Big Planet. Because Little Big Planet was open source, as most of you may know or might have played it. I bought it when it first came out, and that changed... it allowed people to create their own games. It's never ending, but you can share stuff and you can have award prizes and all these other sorts of things and make your own levels. And it's never ending, and that's cool. And if they charge for DLC, that game would be shitty, because then you'd have to buy all these extra things just to play the same game. So, like, Little Big Planet's the one thing that I would say is pretty cool that they did. But you don't see games like that. What you're seeing now is, for example, before Mass Effect 3 comes out, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a game that's already set up. Things are put into motion for them to rape you for $800, a potential $800 worth of financial rapage, rapery. That's what's going on. So they're setting it up, and people are like, oh, well, maybe if we just close our eyes and put our thumb in our mouths while we go to sleep in the fetal position, it'll just get better. It's not getting better. It's getting worse, MFer. And so you sleep however you want, but you just better be aware when you wake up that your wallet's getting raped the next day. I don't care how well you slept. I don't care what your sleep number is, because that wallet, that bank account's getting depleted every way you turn, every new game you get, getting raped. I love it. If I could invest in DLC, I would. Even though I'm so against it, that's fucking money making machine right there, and I would definitely buy a stock in it. But whatever, it's not my money they're getting.
So, is that all? Are you done?
Let me ask, are you done? Are you viewers done? Are you done downloading DLC? You done fucking paying for it? Because I hope so. You should be done. Done. Fucking done. You sick mothers are always doing one of the three different things. Raping and raping and raping. Just like that. And raping. And just when I think you're done, you sick MFers find another way to rape. It's sick. You're sick in the head. Everyday rape.
So what would be your final say?
If you want to pay for DLC, then just pay for it because you're already happy with that. And if you don't want to pay for DLC, if you're not happy with it, then stop spending your money because that's the only thing you can do as a consumer is either spend your money or to not spend your money. So that's the only thing that's going to bring about change, and those are your options. Like me personally, I don't download all the DLC crap because I can't justify it. But you guys, you were the ones out there. Hang on, give me a sec. Fuck. Hello? Oh wow. Hey, this is one of those automated messages. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this because it's more important than you motherfuckers are. So, all right, give me a sec.
Well, what? Just like that? You were about to talk about the Pro DLC.
Shut up. They're trying to give me a trip to Alaska. Like that's gonna happen. Like I want to visit Canada. I might.